This is a big day for Smart Omega's Pika. He is sitting pretty there in that final 8th spot for top 8. Again, we are on the road to the playoffs, and 2 wins or even a win today will really go a long way.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see that uh, Pika going for that Master Raven pick. I need to see Pika go for more picks other than the Armor King. He does have a sneak in his arsenal. He has way more characters. He has a Dragonov for Pete's sake. What do you think he's gonna use?
I'm. It's hard to say. I mean, he did surprise us yesterday with the Yoshimitsu, and me and me and young Rafiki coined it the Yoshinanigans, right? So, who else could he bring out right now? He's definitely been surprising us every single day. I mean, there were times that he was consistent with the Armor King, but pulling out that Yoshimitsu yesterday was really something we never expected. So, will he do that again? Will he bring out another character?
Personally, I mentioned this earlier, introducing the players. I'm a big fan of entertainer type of players, and Pika, Rock and Roll, those guys, they're exactly those kinds. And I'm really, really excited to see how things are gonna go. This is again, Smart Omega Pika going up against STIE Olympians Don Argus. Now, Don Argus, no question, he's gonna go for the Eliza pick. Pika, however, is the big question. What do you think, Jim?
It's hard. I mean, you mentioned Pika being an entertainer. It is in his background, it is in his life, and it's just wonderful to see that translate into his gameplay. No matter who he picks, I'm sure we are all going to be entertained.
I'm pretty sure about that as well. And he might pull out some surprises. He might also go for more Dojin. He might go for a Dojin bingo this time around. So let's see how things are gonna go. I would predict that he would stick with Armor King because Armor King, he's a character loyalist, and I'm sure Pika does not back down on his very, very primary main.
Well, yeah, Armor King mains are the most loyal of players. They really love their character. They want to make him work despite his, sorry to say it, his flaws. Right? We talked about that a lot with the other commentators, and I'm sure there have been a lot of discussions with a lot of Armor King users. But I'm going to go against you and say he might pick someone different. I think Master Raven would be super fun to watch. We've seen this Master Raven, and he has a whole bunch of other characters. He has, I know he has Leo. He has a whole cast. What would really knock my socks off is if he picks Miguel.
Actually, Miguel is also a very big possibility. In more ways than one, Miguel is actually very strong. I just don't think it's very smart to go for the Miguel.
That's true. That's why the players are there and we are here behind the camera. We can only sit and watch and see who they pick, and this is going to be a really great match. Don Argus definitely wants to make up for his previous performance. He did pretty well. He had his moments. He just needs to find a way to respond to how his opponents approach him.
Yeah, and let's talk about the Eliza Armor King matchup real quick, because Eliza primarily does well against Armor King, and Armor King, as a character like Armor King, cannot sidestep very well. He is considered a big character in technically, because his sidestep game just isn't that good. And for you to be able to answer those dive kick mix-ups, you have to sidestep, and it's just Armor King just isn't the character for that for you to counter Eliza for. So for me, logically, I think Master Raven really would work well against Eliza.
Yeah, as much as like Armor King users would love to see their main man, their boy, but hey, we might see that a little later, I think. Yeah, we might see more Armor King or Kings later on, but I think you're right. It really falls down to what deals with the dive kicks, who deals with the dive kicks, how can I deal with the dive kick, what can I do to stop it. And then there's again that factor of the EXDP. That didn't play a huge role in the last set, but because he has that as a tool, you always need to keep in mind EXDP is possible.
Yeah, and dive kicks are surprisingly plus on block. And there it is, Doc. I told you, Master
All
Raven.
right.
Master Raven, it is for Smart
I
Omega
like
Pica.
it. I like it. This is a character that's really explosive. We've seen her game ending wall combos. This is going to be a great match.
Exactly. And now Jungle Outpost number 2. It's a fairly small stage if you haven't broken the balcony just yet. Let's see how Pika plays around these dive kick mix-ups. Pika, being the Master Raven that he is, characters like Master Raven are mix-up type characters. So let's see how he utilizes that.
Right. Starts off with the slippery kicks.
Right. So again, Don Argus so far has the life lead. No, not anymore.
Right. I don't think he was able to follow up. He had a magic 4 right there.
Right now, 1+2 for Pika. Goes for that low option. Is he gonna break the balcony? Oh no, just takes away the health bar instead. Pika with round one.
Breaking wasn't necessary there as he was able to deal so much damage with just spokes and got the combo at the right time. But here comes Don Argus now.
Yeah, goes for the Oki combo. Pika up against the wall. Goes for that Shoryuken, but Pika has Don Argus back turn, but almost could have gotten him real good right there. Don Argus has the life lead. Dive kick yet again. This is what I was talking about. The dive kick has so much evasive properties and also plus frames, and that Don Argus just utilizes it so well. Now running one. Don Argus momentum that he needs.
And yeah, I was about to point out, like in that last round, he misinput the dive kick twice, but it wasn't a factor here as now he has the combo going downstairs.
Right now, he misses that last hit. That is unfortunate stuff, but Pika still no longer has the life lead. Don Argus gets him with a, what do you call it, the wall bounce, and Pika up 2 rounds already. Good answer.
A deceptive wall bounce move indeed, as I thought he was going to go low. I also got hit.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, Don Argus is just evading a lot of these Sandstorm mix-ups from Pika right now. And Don Argus, what? What in the world? He continued the string again. Pika is up against the wall. Is this going to be it? Yes, it will. Don Argus with the momentum. He just got a single down 3 into the meter spent. And Don Argus gets heavily punished for doing that string. Pika with a sidestep on point as always. Goes for that low mix-up. Are we going to see a wall break? No, we will not. Unfortunate.
Don Argus now, unfortunately, is not having the best of rounds as he is way down in life, and Pika is just going to close it out.
Yeah, easy game 3 for round 3 rather for Pika. Game 1 goes to him, and you know it's already a given that he's probably going to go for the Kinder Gym. I think that's the dollar buff that Don Argus needs this time around. But impressive performance, impressive game 1 for Pika. What do you think can Don Argus do in order for him to adjust?
Well, you know, he needs to be more evasive. I think that Pika was really able to get all of his pokes in, especially in that first round. It was all Pika that first round. He was able to respond nicely there, but in that final round, he just couldn't get anything going. He was a little too trigger happy. I think that one mistake that he made early on with the string that he threw out at the start of the 5th round was his death sentence. And he just really needs to pull back just a little, but learn to let it go when it matters.
I have to disagree with you with what you said about Don Argus being too trigger happy. I think he was trigger happy that entire game. That's what caused him this all those rounds that he could have had was because he continued these strings. He continued to spend all of these meters when he shouldn't be. Although that's what defines Don Argus as a player, but Pika just knows how to play around that and play around his playstyle, and he punished him really heavily for it. I think Don Argus could adjust pretty well to how Pika adjusted to him accordingly. Let's see if things are going to change up in game 2 though.
Probably he needs to pick his trigger spots better then.
Yes, exactly.
Because yeah, Pika has been ready, and I think that's all part of reading your opponents and Pika recognizing how Don Argus really loves to get in there and throw out all those strings. He made the right move, and it really paid off. And he just rode that right read all the way to the
Clemency
win.
mission.
Yeah, we're gonna go into the Infinite Azure instead with all of the space that they need to backdash and not backdash and be aggressive as all they can. Pika, this should benefit Pika because he can move around the place all he wants. Now, being a bit more patient this time.
True, Don Argus is not gonna have those wall on OP mix-ups that usually gets him a lot of round wins here. But I'm sure he has his game plan on a non-wall stage with his character.
Yeah. Now Don Argus, you can see him backdashing a lot actually because he has the life lead, and Pika needs to approach him because you do not want to spend all that time to just backdash and move around. There's gonna be a lot of damage. Pika goes for the Oki. That could have been a big whiff punish for Pika, but he misses that. But instead, he gets that combo. EXDP is spent. Puts Pika at rage, goes for that spring kick, and Don Argus right now is also put at rage. Now the question is, who's gonna go for the tech? And Pika will backdash away, will go for that backflip. Really weird key charge for Don Argus. 7 seconds left. What's it gonna be? A lot is on the line right now. Goes for it, and Don Argus interrupts him with a single jab.
Wow, I think Pika got a little too cheeky there, throwing out that unblockable, and Argus was ready. That was Pika's round to lose, and now Argus gets rewarded.
Yeah, and Pika right now, you know he's feeling it because he's teleporting a lot more. He's doing a lot more uncharacteristic things that you shouldn't be doing as Raven in the first place. And Don Argus does not have the health lead, and he gets hit again by that roll launcher. It's been what, 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4, but Pika will take that all for himself.
I like how Pika just continued on with his game plan, and this time he didn't pull back. He didn't give Don Argus a chance to catch up to him. This time he closed it out.
Yeah, and Pika converts to a combo as well. And Don Argus, what's mixed up? What's for breakfast? And there it is. Don Argus trying his best, his very best to open Pika up. Pika could not react to that. Oh, that could have been much worse. That could have been a big launch punish, but he interrupts in the middle of the string kick instead. Oh, that could have been a good convert for Don Argus. Pika right now just put in rage. One single rage drive combo can finish Don Argus off, so he needs to be careful.
And that did not matter as Argus really found all the right spots, really just to avoid any rage art or rage drive opportunities for Pika. Great job for him closing it out.
Yeah, and now here we go. Don Argus again looking for the answer. He misses that dive kick mix-up. Pika playing around the rhythm of Don Argus, pokes him out. Playing the poke game him. Magic 4. Calls up with the combo, he drops it. With Pika at rage again. An unblockable setup, and Don Argus will take game 2. Takes it to a game 3.
That was a Don Argus round if I've ever seen one. He was in complete control. Like the stand-up game was all him. He got his Argus special, his setups to get that unblockable for Eliza. He got that twice in that game, and it really showed who was in control of the momentum. Argus picking a wallless stage, knowing how Master Raven can really use those walls to great effect. He totally negated that, and then he was just all up in Master Raven's face.
Yeah, exactly.
Don Argus taking it.
I think the stage pick also served pretty well and benefited Don Argus because he needed to move around the ninja that is Pika and Master Raven. So you're going to need all the space that you need because you don't want to take the mix-ups head on if you're up against the Master Raven in general. That's just how it is. And he got game 2 out of it, which is very nice. So let's see if he does manage to take another game out of Pika and rise up in the stand.
And it really goes to show winning the first game of any first to set is really important because Pika now has the opportunity to select a stage that benefits him and his Master Raven. So automatically you think, okay, Pika's gonna choose a wall stage. He might go to a geometric plane, he might go to the arena, and these are stages that the Omega Boys have been choosing a lot recently. It's now up to Argus to find a way to make it work. He must battle through this adversity of having a wall. Should a wall stage be selected? Let's see.
And
Yep.
yep, geometric plane. That is the smart Omega way. Whenever they lose a game, they go for this stage, and the character pick, picks are gonna stay the same. So Pika, he realizes that he needs to switch things up. He needs to play around the rhythm for himself. He does not want to play the rhythm that Don Argus wants. So let's see how he adjusts to it.
Round one.
And on the other hand, though, this does bring back the wake up mix ups against the wall that Don Argus has been so effective at.
Yeah, and right now Pika catches him with a launcher, carries up to the wall, big damage coming in, but no, it does not work against Eliza. But still, Pika got that back 3 in, and Don Argus tries his best to answer. He does not have a stick butter just yet. Don Argus is a few hits away, one more hit actually. Don Argus presses a button, and Pika with the 8-frame jab, and he gets him with round 1.
That's the problem when you take too much damage. You don't build enough meter, and Don Argus now on the back foot of this game.
Yeah, and now that should be a launch punish. Again, Don Argus a bit too trigger happy on that one. Almost catches him with a wall and the snake edge. The vampire's edge from Don Argus catches Pika off guard, which is very uncharacteristic for Pika, but still, ooh, the tracking on that one was just too good. Don Argus follows up with a combo. What's it gonna be? What's for breakfast? What's the mix-up? Has enraged, and there it is. That's a very, very unfortunate guess for Don Argus. Pika was too patient. He's too patient for your own good.
Just like you said, a little. He's too trigger happy, and Pika is keeping that in mind. And having that little bit of knowledge against your opponent really went a long way. He was able to pull back that round.
Yeah, another Vampire's Edge for Don Argus and into 3 hard inputs of the dive kicks. And Pika sideball will save his life, but until when is the question? Look for down back 4. Don Argus presses a button yet again. These are real matches to your team, Don Argus. My goodness, and Pika will take that round again. And Pika,
It's just business.
2-1 against Don Argus.